Awards and achievements. List of awards and nominations received by Taylor Swift. Swift has won 11 Grammy Awards, including 3 Album of the Year wins, the most for a female artist, an Emmy Award, 32 American Music Awards, most wins by an artist, 25 Billboard Music Awards, most wins by a female artist, 35 Guinness World Records, 12 Country Music Association Awards, including the Pinnacle Award, 8 Academy of Country Music Awards, and 2 Brit Awards. As a songwriter, she has been honored by the Nashville Songwriters Association and the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and was the youngest person included on Rolling Stone's list of the 100 greatest songwriters of all time in 2015. At the 64th BMI Awards in 2016, Swift was the first woman to be honored with an award named after its recipient. Her albums Red in 1989 featured on Rolling Stone's 2020 revision of their 500 greatest albums of all time. Swift has sold over 50 million albums, including 37.3 million in the US, and 150 million singles worldwide. She has amassed more than 114 million units in global album consumption, which includes 78 billion streams, as of May 2021. In 2019, Billboard placed her 8th on its Greatest of All Time Artists chart. Swift is the longest reigning active Billboard Artist 100 with 44 weeks at number 1 on the chart, the woman with the most cumulative weeks, 52, atop the Billboard 200, the woman with the most Billboard Hot 100 entries in history, 136, and the artist with the most number 1 singles on Digital Songs chart, 22. She is the second highest certified female digital singles artist, and third overall, in the US, with 134 million total units certified by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, and the first female artist to have both an album, Fearless, and a song, Shake It Off, certified diamond. Swift broke the record for the highest grossing North American tour of all time with her Reputation Stadium Tour, 2018, and is the world's highest grossing female touring act of the 2010s decade. She has the millennium's most number 1 albums in Ireland and the United Kingdom for a female artist. Swift has appeared in various power listings. Time included her on its annual list of the 100 most influential people in 2010. 2015, and 2019. She was one of the silence breakers who spoke up about sexual assault, and were honored as Time Person of the Year in 2017. From 2011 to 2020, she appeared in the top 3 on the Forbes Top Earning Women in Music list, topping the list in 2016 and 2019. She also topped the magazine's list of the 100 highest paid celebrities in 2016 with $170 million a feat recognized by the Guinness World Records, and again in 2019 with $185 million. In 2014, she was named to Forbes 30 Under 30 list in the music category, and again in 2017 in its All-Star Alumni category. In 2015, Swift became the youngest woman to be included on Forbes' list of the 100 most powerful women, ranked at number 64 in June 2019. Forbes estimated Swift's net worth at $360 million. Swift was the most Googled female music artist of 2019 and the highest paid female musician of the 2010s with earnings of $825 million. Other ventures. Philanthropy. Swift's philanthropic efforts have been recognized by the Do Something Awards and the Tennessee Disaster Services. She has received the Big Help Award for her dedication to helping others and inspiring others through action, and the Ripple of Hope Award for her dedication to advocacy at such a young age. In 2008, she donated $100,000 to the Red Cross to help the victims of the Iowa flood. Swift has performed at charity relief events including Sydney's Sound Relief Concert. She also recorded a song for the Hope for Haiti Now album. In response to the May 2010 Tennessee floods, Swift donated $500,000 during a telethon hosted by WSMV. In 2011, Swift used a dress rehearsal of her Speak Now tour as a benefit concert for victims of recent tornadoes in the US, raising more than $750,000. In 2016, she donated $1 million to Louisiana flood relief efforts and $100,000 to the Dolly Parton Fire Fund. Swift donated to the Houston Food Bank after Hurricane Harvey struck the city in 2017. In 2020, she donated $1 million for Tennessee tornado relief. Swift is a supporter of the arts. She is a benefactor of the Nashville Songwriters Hall of Fame and, in 2010, donated $75,000 to Nashville's Hendersonville High School to help refurbish the school auditorium. In 2012, she pledged $4 million to fund the building of a new education center at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum in Nashville. That year, she also partnered with textbook rental company Chegg to donate $60,000 to the music departments of 6 US colleges. In 2013, Swift donated $100,000 to the Nashville Symphony. Swift also promotes children's literacy. In 2009, she donated $250,000 to various schools around the country to improve education. She also donated thousands of books to the Reading Public Library in Pennsylvania, the Nashville Public Library in Tennessee, and New York City schools. In 2007, Swift partnered with the Tennessee Association of Chiefs of Police to launch a campaign to protect children from online predators. In 2009, Swift recorded a Sound Matters public service announcement (SAP) to raise awareness for the importance of listening responsibly to prevent hearing impairment. She has donated items to several charities for auction, including the Elton John AIDS Foundation, the UNICEF TAP Project, Music Cares, and Feeding America. As recipient of the Academy of Country Music's Entertainer of the Year in 2011, Swift donated $25,000 to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, Tennessee. In 2012, Swift participated in the Stand Up to Cancer telethon, performing Ronan, a song she wrote in memory of a 4-year-old boy who died of neuroblastoma. The song was made available for digital download with all proceeds donated to cancer-related charities. She has also worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and Habitat for Humanity. In 2014, she donated $100,000 to the V Foundation for Cancer Research and $50,000 to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Swift has encouraged young people to volunteer in their local communities as part of Global Youth Service Day. Swift donated to American singer-songwriter Kesha to help with her legal battles against Dr. Luke, and to actress Mariska Hargitay's Joyful Heart Foundation organization. In 2019, she donated $113,000 to the LGBT organization Tennessee Equality Project, as well as to the media advocacy organization GLAAD in support of Pride Month. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Swift donated to the World Health Organization and Feeding America and offered one of her signed guitars as part of an auction to raise money for the National Health Service. Swift performed Soon You'll Get Better during One World Together at Home television special, a benefit concert curated by Lady Gaga for Global Citizen to raise funds for the World Health Organization's COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. In June 2020, she donated to the NARC Legal Defense and Educational Fund in light of the murder of George Floyd in the Black Lives Matter movement, and urged fans to do the same. In 2021, Swift donated to the Rape, Abuse and Incest National Network in honor of Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. As well as charitable causes, she has made donations to many of her fans. Politics and activism. Swift identifies as a feminist and pro-choice. She has been recognized as a feminist icon by numerous media outlets. During the 2008 United States presidential election, Swift promoted the Every Woman Counts campaign, aimed at engaging women in the political process. She was one of many country stars to record a "For the Vote for Your Country" campaign. During her acceptance speech at the Billboard Women in Music Summit in 2019, she spoke out against sexism and misogyny. She was one of the founding signatories of the Time's Up movement against sexual harassment. Swift has also spoken out against LGBT discrimination. Following the 2008 murder of openly gay teenager Larry King, she recorded a GLSEN SAD aimed at combating hate crimes. The music video for Swift's anti-bullying song Mean deals in part with homophobia in high schools. It was nominated for an MTV VMA Social Activism Award in 2011. After the Orlando nightclub shooting in June 2016, Swift penned a letter to honor the victims. She encouraged support for the Equality Act in a letter addressed to Senator Lamar Alexander and a petition on change.org, which accumulated over 800,000 signatures and responses from the White House and various Democratic legislators. Swift called on the Trump administration to pass the Equality Act at the 2019 MTV Video Music Awards and during Pride Live's 2020 Stonewall Day live stream event, where she criticized the 2020 US Census for excluding transgender and non-binary people. Swift avoided discussing politics in her early career, but she has become politically active since the 2018 United States elections. She has supported the March for Our Lives movement and gun control reform in the US. She endorsed candidates for public office for the first time ahead of the 2018 midterm elections, declaring her support for Democrats Jim Cooper and Phil Bredesen to represent Tennessee in the House of Representatives and Senate, respectively. In her endorsement, Swift expressed her desire for greater LGBT rights and gender and racial equality, condemned systemic racism, and encouraged her fans to vote according to their personal values. In August 2020, Swift urged her fans to check their voter registration ahead of elections. Vote.org reported that 65,000 people had registered to vote within 24 hours of Swift's post, an unprecedented surge even accounting for usual registration increases as deadlines approach. She endorsed Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in the 2020 United States presidential election, and was found to be one of the most influential celebrities in the polls. She lent her song Only the Young for use in an advertisement to increase voter turnout. Swift is a vocal critic of white supremacy, systemic racism, and police brutality in the US. In May 2020, she called for justice in the deaths of African American men Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd. Swift shared resources to support the Black Lives Matter movement and an essay written by former President Barack Obama on policy change in the wake of the George Floyd protests, advocating for mail-in voting for the 2020 US elections during the COVID-19 pandemic. She called for the removal of racist Confederate monuments in Tennessee and advocated for Juneteenth to become a national holiday. Product endorsements. While promoting her debut album, Swift appeared as the face of Verizon Wireless mobile music campaign. In the Fearless era, she launched a RIAA sundress range at Walmart and designed American greetings cards and Jack's Pacific dolls. She became a spokesperson for the National Hockey League's NHL, Nashville Predators and Sony Cybershot digital cameras. She released a special edition of her album Speak Now through Target. Swift became a CoverGirl spokesmodel and launched two Elizabeth Arden fragrances, Wonderstruck and Wonderstruck Enchanted. While promoting her fourth album, Red, Swift offered exclusive album promotions through Target, Papa John's Pizza, and Walgreens. She became a spokesmodel for Diet Coke and Ked sneakers, released her third Elizabeth Arden fragrance, named Taylor by Taylor Swift, and continued her partnerships with Sony Electronics and American Greetings. Swift released her fourth fragrance, Taylor by Taylor Swift, made of Starlight, and partnered with the companies AirAsia and Qantas during the Red Tour. The companies acted as the official airlines for the Australian and Asian legs. Cornetto sponsored the Asian leg of the tour. While promoting 1989, Swift had tie-ins with Subway, Keds, Target, Xfinity, and Diet Coke. In 2014, Swift released her fifth fragrance, Incredible Things. In 2016, she worked with Apple Music to release a series of 3 commercials. Swift signed a multi-year deal with AT&T in 2016. She later headlined DirecTV's Super Saturday Night event on the eve of the 2017 Super Bowl. While promoting Reputation, Swift released a series of behind-the-scenes videos showing the album recording process through DirecTV. In 2018, Swift released 2 commercials for AT&T. The same year, Swift partnered with UPS as an official delivery partner for Reputation and Fujifilm on a special edition autographed Instax camera, which includes a selfie mode and double exposure. The cameras showed massive growth in sales after partnership with Swift. In 2019, Swift signed a multi-year partnership with Capital One and released a sustainable clothing line with Stella McCartney. Discography. Taylor Swift albums discography, Taylor Swift singles discography, and list of songs recorded by Taylor Swift. Studio albums. Taylor Swift, 2006. Fearless, 2008. We recorded in 2021. Speak Now, 2010. Red, 2012. 1989, 2014. Reputation, 2017. Lover, 2019. Folklore, 2020. Evermore, 2020. Filmography, main article, Taylor Swift Videography. Valentine's Day, 2010. The Lorax, 2012. The Giver, 2014. Cats, 2019. Miss Americana, 2020. Folklore, The Long Pond Studio Sessions, 2020. Please like and subscribe to my channel is correct. For more infotainment, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thanks for watching. Yours Jelly Santhosh Kumar.